We're back with another secondhand book haul. I have been accumulating some books over the last month that I've been collecting from op shops, so let's get straight into it. So to start off with, I have 11 books. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yes, 11 books. I'm not sure how much they will all add up to in the end, but I'll give you prices as we go. So I've been trying my hardest to collect secondhand books to fill up my library and trying not to buy books new, because obviously I have quite a lot of books that are unread, and I do still buy books on my Kindle. In fact, in the last month, I think I've bought about 10 books on my Kindle, all for like $1 to $1.50. And there's a couple of books that might have been $3 or $4 in there, but I am trying to make sure that anything that I do buy new, I buy on the cheaper side, and then anything that I don't like once I've read it or don't want to keep, I will add to a donate pile, and potentially I'm going to set up my own little free library. But with that said, I am going to be hauling books for a very long time. I do want to fill up my shelves. There are a few that I think if I needed to create space that I would be able to unhaul already, even though I haven't read them. I do want to give all the books that I have a shot in my library, but there are some that I've picked up just because they're popular books and not necessarily in my general wheelhouse. So yeah, I do have room to play with, but at this time, I'm just going to be bringing in books as I can find them, especially because they're secondhand, and so why wouldn't I? With that said, I don't want to ramble anymore. Let's get straight into it. So the first one that I have today is Every Time I Go on Vacation, Someone Dies by Katherine Mack. This one I paid $2 for. This is the first out of, I think there's 2 books in this current series. One that's got to do with a wedding after this, but this one looks funny. It's like a murder mystery, but a little bit more of a cozy murder mystery. Now, behind the scenes, I have been trying to collect an entire series, and I finally managed to get the last 2 books that I needed. And these are the Sookie Stackhouse books by Charlaine Harris. So if you ever watched True Blood, that's what these books are based off of. And I haven't read her Sookie Stackhouse books yet, so I have not read these ones, and I really want to get into it and have a read, but I wanted to collect the entire series first. So I have them in a mix of different covers, but now that I have the full series, I can start reading it whenever I want to. So I paid $3 for this one. This is Deadlocked, and this is one of the last or later books, I believe. But yeah, I needed this one, and I needed Dead in the Family. So again, I've been waiting to collect these. As you can see, they're 2 different covers, but I have the show covers. I have some of these multicolored ones, and then some that are similar to the show covers, but just with like the bottom half of a face, so it's not based on the TV show. But I got both of these for $3, which completed my set. So I'm happy to have those, and then I can also give them away as a set if I don't want to keep them once I've read them. Even though they're not exactly the same set of books, they are at least the complete set. So yeah, I was happy to pick those up. I then found Highest Bidder by Lauren Landish and Willow Winters. This is, I think, 4 full-length books in this entire series. So this was $3. However, no, actually this one was $3 because I have some that were 50% off, but this one was full price at $3, and it has 4 full length, it's saying, books in it, but they're quite smallish books if they're full length to fit this. But yeah, I was happy to have this one. This one's Highest Bidder, so everything is, I'm guessing it's like a sort of auction thing, but it says everything has a price and I'm willing to pay. I have then got 2 books that I want to get the full trilogy of, but I'm missing the first book. The first book I've already read. I listened to it on Audible and would 100% recommend the Audible. And this is Bryn Weaver's, what's the series called? Ruinous Love Trilogy. So I managed to find Leather and Lark, which is the second one, and Scythe and Sparrow, which is the third one. So now I just want to keep an eye out for the first one, which is Butcher and Blackbird. But I got these for $3 each. So I did ask when I went to the op shop if they had the first book out the back, but they didn't have it. So either the first one wasn't donated or it was already gone. But yeah, I was glad to see these. I've been wanting to buy these for a long time. I haven't got around to reading the second and third book yet, but I think I will listen to the audio for those as well and maybe do an immersive read. But $3 each for those, so I was pretty stoked to find these. And yeah, I will just see if I can try and find the first one floating around at the op shops at some point. And then I did something that I probably shouldn't have, and I picked up a third book in a trilogy, and this one was half price. I think this is why I picked this one up, because it is one that I have not read anything from, and it is Wisteria by Adelaide Grace. So this is the Belladonna series. I'm not sure if that's what it's called, but this is book 3 in that trilogy. And I, again, asked if they had this out the back or any of the others from this author out the back, but they did not. So it was just the third one. There was nothing on the shelves. So yeah, this one was $3. So I ended up getting it for $1.50, and that is why I picked it up rather than leaving it, because I thought, well, I'll probably never find it for $1.50 again. And the book is actually in really good condition. So yeah, I'll put this on my TBR shelf, and if I ever find the first two, I will read them, or maybe I'll just borrow them, but happy to have those. And then with the Sookie Stackhouse series, I also later at a different op shop managed to find A Touch of Dead, which is short stories from the Sookie Stackhouse series. So I did not go looking for this one in particular. I was not planning on trying to find this one, but I just managed to find it. And this one was only $1. And again, this one wasn't for half price. This one I just paid $1 for, but it's pretty short. So yeah, I'm excited to have seen that one. I was surprised. But then I also found a couple of others from a different series from hers. So now I've got more to try and collect, but that's okay. These ones are from Charlene Harris. It's Grave Surprise and Grave Sight. So I got these for 50 cents each. They were in like a little 50-cent bin. So there's 4 books in this series. These are the first 2. I'm also looking for an Ice Cold Grave and Grave Secrets. So yeah, 50 cents each for these, not bad. And I think I've read these ones. I'm not 100% sure, but they feel very familiar. So I might just do a reread, but I'm pretty sure I have read at least the first one, if nothing else, of these. And then, yeah, we'll see if I can collect the whole series. And then the last book I found, I was so excited. I walked in and it was very eye-catching, and you'll see why, but this one was 50% off as well. But I found Bunny by Mona Awad. I have been wanting to read this one for a while. I actually do own this on my Kindle. I think I got it for like $1.50 on my Kindle. As I was saying earlier, like I buy anything that I'm interested in reading when they're on sale. So yeah, $1.50 on my Kindle, and then I paid $1 for this one for the physical copy. Again, it's relatively untouched, or it looks untouched. So the spine is not broken, but yeah, I hate the color of this book, but I was happy to see it. And I mean, you can't miss it. It's hot pink. But yeah, super excited to read this book. I've heard it's kind of like The Heathers, but also weird or weirder. So very intrigued by this book. But that is the entire haul. That is the, what did I say? 11 books that I got. So yeah, a really good haul. We'll see if I can pick them all up. So some that have completed a collection, some that I'm now starting a new collection with, and others that I'll just keep an eye out and see if I can find others in the series. And then if not, they'll make great books to, is that all in frame? Yeah, other books that will just make great additions to any little free library if I choose not to read them or try and find the first in the series. So very happy with my haul, and yeah, I have nothing further to say. Alright guys, if you stuck around to the end, thank you very much. If you like these sort of videos, I will be doing them consistently because I am always looking at secondhand books, and the reason I buy so many is because, you know, secondhand shopping is always hit and miss. So when I see something I like, I'm going to pick it up. And with that said, I think I paid probably about $20 to $30 for these, like probably not even that much. So when you think about it, if I've got 11 books and it's under 20 bucks or around 20 bucks, that's pretty good. So yeah, there will always be more book hauls coming. Anyway, thanks so much for sticking around to the end. If you did, guys, feel free to like, subscribe, join us here. Let me know what you're reading down below, and I hope it's a 5-star read, whatever it is, and I'll catch you guys in the next book. The next video. Bye.